And welcome to Green Reads. Thank you so much for joining me on this very blustery, very shitty day. I'm looking at my window right now, and this rain is not letting up. I'm not sure what part of the country you're in, but in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, it is awful. Absolutely awful. I can't imagine what the people in the south of the country are going through, especially with the hurricane watch and everything, or the tornado watch and things like that. So, if you're, hopefully all those people are okay. I doubt they watch my channel though. But hey, I've got sympathy. On to the real issue at hand, and why I'm making a video here. I have a review for you, and I don't know if I would have read this book if it wasn't on the Spellbound Books book challenge, but I am so glad I did. Ooh, I just ate dinner, sorry. I'm so very glad I read this book. It was absolutely, it just floored me how amazing and interesting this was. Um, and this is the book I read. I Am Malala by Malala Yousaf. I listened to someone say it, and it's Yousafzai, Malala Yousafzai, and the subtitle is "The Girl Who Stood Up for Education and Was Shot by the Taliban." So here, that was my phone. This is just terrible. But I'm gonna keep going. If you're not familiar with Malala, she is Pakistani, and she was shot at point blank range by the Taliban because she has stood up for a woman's right to have an education, and a child's right in general to have an education. And this book kind of just follows her journey from her very beginning, when she was first born and how she was brought up in Pakistan, and then you're learning about when September 11th kind of comes into play, and then how the Taliban gets started in Pakistan, and then you kind of hear about her getting shot, and when she's transported to England for surgery and rehabilitation. Um, this book follows all of that. What is very, not sure if it was interesting, but it was helpful, and it was definitely needed for the book. There was a lot of history about Pakistan, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect that, but I guess, because it's something that has a lot to do with her story, it needs to be written, or it needs to, tie into her story. Um, Mala has this like very, I don't know, it's so hard to believe that such a young person can have a voice like this and can write with such a voice. She is just incredible. I think she's an incredible person. She's someone who you can really model yourself after, just for, standing up for what you believe in, and, um, you know, always searching for knowledge and always thirsting to learn things. That's kind of how I live my life, is just constantly learning, constantly, just being a sponge and taking everything in. Another thing that's interesting, this book has a lot of two sets of photographs in it. So there's one section that has a few photographs, and then another section that has a few photographs. So there will be photographs that would show Malala as a child, and the different schools she went to and things like that, and just so you can put faces to names and things, which I thought was very, interesting, and so interesting to see her as a young girl, and to see her teachers and to see the school that she went to. I can tell you how many pages this was. Um, can I? And It's with 313 pages, so it was just over what I say would be average. There's also a glossary in here for a glossary for all the different terms and different. I'm not sure if they're some are Urdu, some are Pashto, so it's different dialects, but they have all the different meanings of the words, which is very helpful for an American English speaking person like myself. Um, just all of this book was very interesting. There is a great interview going around Facebook, or it has gone around Facebook before. It's possibly on YouTube. Malala has been on Jon Stewart, or The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and previously I talked about what is her name? Talked about Miss Sherry Fink, who wrote 5 Days at Memorial, and she was on that show. And I personally, if you were on Jon Stewart and she rendered Jon Stewart speechless, I feel like that is a very, that is saying something. So I definitely would recommend this book if you are interested in anything about education, the Middle East, current events. Pretty much, if you are just, if you just want to be informed and be enlightened and kind of, it's just a feel good. I mean, it does make you feel good in the end that someone can stand up for something, and I feel like she's succeeded at least. But if you feel like you need to pick me up, or if you need to feel like, wow, I don't want to feel alone in this world about struggling and being, I don't know, I'm not very good at explaining it, but you should definitely read it, and that's about all I'm going to say on it. So definitely check it out. It's called I Am Malala. Probably find it pretty much anywhere, and that's about it. So YouTube, till we meet again.